So what I have here, this actually excited me. And I will say, the first Rare Beauty eyeshadow palettes weren't really up my alley, but this one is. It really is. I'm excited. I want to do something kind of bronzy today. This is speaking to me. I see an inner corner. I just see some good stuff here. So I'm excited. Let's do this. Still my favorite when it comes to a clear eyeshadow base. My Milk Makeup one. Oh my goodness, Genie is howling. He's howling and snorting. Genie is a cat, in case y'all are wondering. His name is Gene, but honestly, I mean, we just call him. Yeah, if you have a cat, I think you understand that they have 400 different nicknames. And he's fine, by the way. He's just looking because Ben's in his room. Door's open, by the way. He's just seeing where we're at. He's just seeing whose door's open and who's gonna feed him next. Please let me be a menace for just a minute. Actually, under a minute. If you do any kind of eyeshadow base, spot concealing, anything that just needs a color corrector, this brush is it. It truly is it. The shape, the density, the angles, everything about this, it's delightful. All right, 20 seconds. Where are we going? I'm thinking here. I'm gonna start with that shade. And I'm just gonna keep it pretty tight in my socket, already really nice and pigmented, smooth. It's good stuff. I picked up more. I'm gonna use the side just to really press it into the eyeshadow base. Even though it's clear, I always like to really make sure I'm pressing that in, just like how we do underneath here. It's really important to make sure things are set. Even when it comes to eyeshadow, think of eyeshadow as powder setting your concealer, that being your eyeshadow base. When I started to think of that, I promise I never, ever, ever had eyeshadow crease ever again. Now I want to take this shade, press that up here. It's a little too dark for my skin tone, so I might hop over and maybe grab a lighter eyeshadow or powder foundation. That way I'm not getting out 14 different palettes. You'll know I don't like to do that unless it's Feral Monday. I try my best not to. But I like to kind of lay down that soft peach transition. Then I'll just grab a powder foundation. By the way, this one from Bare Minerals matches me so perfectly right now. Look, it'll just disappear. It's so good. Light 25 Cool. I'm gonna grab that same brush and then I'm just gonna brighten. Perfect. So I wanted to brighten and add my undertone. You can do this with whatever powder you have, whatever you set with. I do like a powder foundation only because it usually has more pigment. But this is a great way to kind of add your undertone and skin tone back into things. There we go. Now, I'm gonna hop here. I think I'm just gonna use that as like a liner. Try not to get too wild. I'm really liking the way that these shadows are performing. They're not, listen, this is gonna sound, it might sound negative, but I think it's so important for you to understand. When we're dealing with, say, Blend Bunny palettes, I love them. But those are very pure pigments and they can be a little bit more difficult to work with because that intensity of a pigment goes on and then sometimes, I used to panic and I try to overblend and they can get overblended very, very easily. But something like this might not be just wildly pigmented. It's beautiful and I can build it up more, but it's gonna be a more beginner-friendly eyeshadow palette, but that also really fits Rare Beauty, and I think that that's so beautiful. I also wanna mention, these are so easy to open, and I love that. Hey, it's me, Rose. I just can't help myself but overcomplicate things. I wanted to take this beautiful burgundy liner. Love these, by the way. Kinda can't stop using them. Okay, before it sets, we're gonna hop into just a little bit of this shade on an E27, the ruckus that is ruckusing right now. We're still gonna put something fun on our lid, but I'm gonna take that and blend this out. I won't do a wing. Nice. Time for this color, but I want you to know that depending on the base and the brush, it can get extremely pigmented. I don't want you to think that it's gonna go on. Look at that, gorgeous. But I wanna apply it kind of as a cascade. That way it doesn't completely cover up my liner. This is also a great in a rush liner trick. Just kind of throw it on and it's still going to have definition, at the base, but that shimmer will hide any of those little lumps or bumps. Let's do Lily Lashes. This is the style Scene Stealer. Yeah, that's nice. Get on there. These are so easy to apply. I will say, if you're wanting to really make them last, I take a fluffy brush like the E29. Well, I did before it ran away. Here it is. I'll take that, and when I take them off, I'll put them on the back of my hand, and I'll take a little micellar water and just kind of go back and forth on the glue, and it keeps them really nice and clean and sticky. I wanted to do a little underpaint, so I'm going to use this. I forget how good this would be for an underpaint. This one's from Too Faced, and oh yeah, we get to use this brush. I love this brush. This is the C43. It's designed for underpainting. It's real delightful. So I kind of pull it back and forth, and then I press it to keep the pigment. I feel like this is a great combo. This and this brush, delightful. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna finish letting you watch it blend. That's all you need to do, because remember, foundation's still going on top of it. I knew I wanted to connect it there. Extra bronzy today. I also wanted to mention, I feel like this formula is too wet for me on top, but underneath it dries down and it's just absolutely perfect for underpainting. So you're gonna get sick of this. I think I'm onto something here. And the way that this color blends out, see the blue underneath my eyes? It's gonna take a little whisper. We have to whisper because it feels wrong, but I promise you, it's so right. Now I'm gonna skip concealer. Now I will say, if you have darker circles than what I do, we're gonna need to switch to a true corrector. But if you like this right here, this in a pinch. Now speaking of underpainting, Mary Phillips, MPH, I tested this, but I've tested it here in Houston where I live, but I tested it in LA. It wore very different there. It's not humid there. It was beautiful and it wore beautifully. Here I have to adjust a little bit more, and I will say, if you have an oily skin type, I don't think that you will enjoy this formula. Now I am balanced to dry, so I know how to kind of get this to work for me even in a humid climate. But if you feel combination or oily, I don't know if this is for you. I try to be very, very mindful of that. But I still enjoy it here. I do. I love it here in Houston, but man, in that California weather, it was chef's kiss. C42, it really does melt in. It reminds me of a more pigmented, but not, I don't want you to feel like it's going to go to full coverage. It's definitely not a full coverage, but once I compare it, let me just get my words out. It's a more pigmented version of Armani Luminous Silk without that kind of, I want to say, alcohol dry down situation. I would prefer this. So I feel like if you love Luminous Silk, you will like this foundation, but you had to really, really like this. I mean, you had to really, really like Luminous Silk. It's real good for an underpaint, my friends. I will add really quickly, I feel like it's more hydrating than the Luminous Silk. So even if you were combination and you like the original Luminous Silk, I don't like the new one, then just keep that in mind. This is still a very, very hydrating foundation. This is such a beautiful color. This is probably my favorite when it comes to the blurring blush category. Cali Ray is, I feel like they're really slept on. Maybe they aren't here because y'all see me use it all the time, but I don't see them talked about enough, and they've got some really, really good stuff. This is the shade Dope, and if you want a blurring blush, this is the most blurring. This brush is coming back. Oh my gosh, just a few days. Make sure you're signed up for emails. Okay, that's enough of that. But I am gonna blend this a little bit underneath my eye. It's gonna be a little sassy, so if you don't really want a peachy pink under eye, maybe skip what I just did and just keep it nice and focused. But I'm sassy today. Look at how blurring that is, and everything is still wet. I really hope that they add even more colors. Imagine this in a red. I would be a menace. So yes, Cali Ray, give us some more colors, please. We're excited. I bought a fresh double wear concealer. Scrumptious, 2.5C. I think I'll brighten in here. Because there's so much bronzer on the perimeter, this highlight is really gonna pop right now. C32. Melty, melty. Oh, that's so fun. And then I thought you'd wanna watch this blend over this way. Come friends. I feel like this particular blush, the one I showed you, it kind of takes that guesswork out of getting everything to melt together seamlessly. Do you see how seamless that is? It's a really, really easy formula. Also, this is probably my favorite concealer now. Now, I don't know if this is an extended shade, but Too Faced did extend their bronzer range, which is cool. We love that. Could have been a little bit sooner, but that's all we're gonna say about that. I'm going to try, it's been a long time since I've tried a Too Faced bronzer. This is the shade Chocolate Toffee. I don't recognize the name, so maybe this one is new. And I'm setting my bronzer with a bronzer. Oh, imagine that. It's one of my favorite things to do. I was always finding that my bronzers were changing colors, and I was like, I don't know why this is now turning gray. I didn't want to contour because I was setting with powder. Even if I try to set the bronzer with something that's closer to my undertone, it's going to change the color. So I try to find a bronzer. I know it seems excessive, but I do try to find a bronzer that's close to the bronzer, the cream bronzer. And then I'm going to take just a whisper in here across. Ooh, we're bronzy. Let's get wild. We're going to take the bronzer stick. That's going to go underneath here. That's going to be our smudge. I'm even going to connect it over here. There's such a small amount of product at this point to bring it over there just to kind of melt edges. I didn't want to do a really lifted eye today. So I like the idea of keeping it nice and rounded and soft. Same thing. I have a little bit over here, but I still wanted it to get a little bit softer. It is so humid here today, even in my house. Don't ask. I swear, this place, I tell you, this place is only fit for mosquitoes and lizards. But I live here. Probably will never move. But let me complain a little bit. I'm gonna do a preset. And what a preset is a fluffier brush, small amount of powder, and just get it ready. Because if I was to go in and set this right now with a puff, even with a lot of powder and a brush, which is what we wanna do when we look, we're like, ooh, we are shiny, get it introduced first. That's one of the biggest tips I can ever give you. Introduce that powder very gently to all of that wet foundation and concealer. Okay, now we're ready for our final set. I know it seems maybe finicky, but these are the things that I just know work. And we can sometimes get around them, but doing that, the steps I kind of just gave you, they never let me down. Neither does this powder. I think I want to do this here. Delightful. And then I'm wiping my brush off on Sheila. Sheila got a bath last night, by the way. Okay, and then I have to have this on my inner corner. Had to. I'm ready for summer. And I am not in the mood for a nude. How pretty is this color? Milk Cosmetics Last Kiss. It's like a softer pink red, a little bit neon, and then I'm gonna pair it with this lip liner, Sephora collection. It's called Berry Cherry. There's the lipstick, there's the lip liner. I thought they were really perfect together. And I'm gonna perfect it. I have a little bit of my Givenchy powder on here, and I'm kind of just going through and doing a little bit of detail work. Just some soft blurring of anything I don't like. Kind of our finishing touches. Y'all are gonna love this brush. I'm so excited. It comes out this year. Just make sure you're signed up for emails. This might be one of my favorites that I've ever launched. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I'm ready. It's actually very, very warm here. It was almost 90 yesterday. So technically, we're definitely into spring and some people summer. So I feel like this look is very, very fitting. I enjoyed working with this palette. I feel like maybe if you are starting your makeup journey and you don't have 1,000 different palettes, I would I would recommend this. I absolutely would. But also, if you are further along in your makeup journey, you probably already have something very, very similar. I will say that the color layout is very, very nice. I do like how there's this kind of cool and this kind of in-between cool right here that I'm pointing at. But I don't think that it's something that we need to run out and buy. We just need to check our collections and then kind of make that decision. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm loving this lip. Delightful. I hope that you love it as much as I do. All right, until the next video, bye for now.